So I just realized I didn't do a pickup video yet for this day. I actually vlogged it, but I delayed releasing it because the time I got all these factory sealed video games, our friend who has now given me his permission to talk about it, Rick from Retro Bomb Collectibles, he had some, I guess, deals and people in the works for this. Came across a lot of these factory sealed games in immaculate condition. Even open games got in immaculate condition, and he kind of gave me first crack at a lot of the things there. I couldn't get all the games that he had. He had a really nice lot, but I was able to kind of go in and kind of pick the games that I wanted to get. You already saw one of them on this channel. If you follow the channel, was that factory sealed Castlevania Symphony of the Night, my favorite game of all time. That game, I will go like this in my grave and it'll be like right there, factory sealed forever in my crypt. But there were more games from that day, and I didn't want to release that pickup video because he had other people coming in. He might have deals in the works. He had some deals in the work, and I did not want to risk in any way maybe jeopardizing those deals or tipping it off, because he kind of kept it on the down low in the beginning, was my impression. And I didn't want to just out him right away. Let him announce it to everyone on Facebook or whatever, and he has since then put them up for sale. So now I feel okay talking about them. So I did shoot some video kind of leading up to these, to picking up these games and type of a vlog type thing. So I'll kind of share that now, and then at the end, we'll come back here and I'll do the pickups for that day. Good evening, YouTube. It's Nate here from Thrift Dweller. It is the night before a big day tomorrow. I think that makes sense. A flea market buddy of ours, I'll leave it at that. I don't know if he wants me to disclose anything. Recently got a really killer trade. This guy, I guess, was kind of desperate and just pretty much pennies on the dollar, I'm assuming, gave a buddy of ours all these crazy PS1, PS2 games, a lot of them factory sealed, a lot of JRPGs and all that. So I'm heading to my friend's house tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to film anything in his house. Maybe I'll kind of flash a picture here from our DMs. But it's the night before right now, and my wife would kill me if I showed you this basement. It's a mess. But basically what I've been doing is taking all these things out of storage, like finding all these, I don't know, trade bait things that I could go to my buddy's house and trade them for certain items. The big day is tomorrow. This is the night before. So I just dropped off my kids at school, and I'm heading to my buddy's house now. It's the next day. I'll kind of I won't go into the in-depths of like exactly what I'm trading. And yeah, you'll see what I get in a second, because I'm not going to record his house. Celebrating a nice trade victory today. Look at Beyond Meat burgers are $3.99. People are gonna say that ain't healthy. That's not the point, son. Lots of talk about e-beggars and people shilling for companies. I'll say it right now. A&W, I love your Beyond Meat burger. I will shill for your burger if you send me a lifetime supply. The immoral Nate. Quick, so just so people know, what did I trade to him? They're not going to take straight trade value for like what they're going to give you, because they need to make money. I understand that. I want Rick to kind of continue to find these items, but in reality, like what I gave him, I paid pennies on the dollar for what their value was. So at the end of the day, the items that I got, I paid pennies on the dollar for these items. What did I get from my buddy Rick? I think this is everything that I got from that day. I might have already put something away, I don't know, but these are the heavy hitters from that day. I got a Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation 2, factory sealed. I chose this out of all the games he had there because it's my favorite game of all time, so like why would I not get it? Again, factory sealed is not rare. This is like one of the best selling games of all time, but I was just happy to have it factory sealed. And I also got the premium edition Steelbook Resident Evil 4 factory sealed for the PlayStation 2. Now the only one that I really want to get, it was like in a steelbook, but it was red, and I think it only came out in the GameStops in the States. Like we didn't get them up in Canada. I would love to find that. If anyone has any hookups, I ain't e-begging, I'll pay you for it. Let me know in the comments below. One of my other favorite video games of all time, really my second favorite Resident Evil game, next to Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation. You can see you got the security sticker still on top there. I put it in the comic book bags because I don't want to ruin it, obviously. But yeah, no hang tab on the back of this one, but still, solid to have that. Very happy. You can see the theme here is I got games that meant the most to me, pretty much. I also got Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation. Another one of my favorite games of all time. Factory sealed again. Look at that. And I already showed it on the channel, so I'm not going to show it again. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, factory sealed for the PlayStation, obviously. It's I put it in like a container so that it doesn't, or like a display thing so it doesn't get dust on it. I made a video where I removed the bright ass white sticker that was on it from Kmart. Part of me kind of regrets taking off that sticker. Anyways, there was also some follow-up. I was able to come back to Rick a couple days later after I got some more items together. You know, looked in the closet, the nooks and crannies of the game room here, and I got a couple more factory sealed games. I had an open version of this game, and I included that into what I was trading Rick, and now I got a factory sealed Silent Hill for the PlayStation. You can see the security sticker at the top. I hope it's very hard to show this. I hope that shows over there. But yeah, it's in comic book bags, and I don't really want to take it out. But this is factory sealed for the PlayStation. And a game that didn't come out, a game that I didn't know came out until like I got the PlayStation 3, and I bought it digitally there. So I have a version of this game on my PlayStation 3, Castlevania Chronicles for the PlayStation. You can hopefully see at the top there, the security sticker still intact. Games I'm very happy to add to the collection, and this day really helped me solidify in my mind that I am not a retro gamer. I'm more of a collector. Why did I come to that realization? Because when I saw these items, even though these are items I'm never going to be able to play ever, games that I thought I could never trade, items that I thought I could never part with, I was able to part with for this. So I gave him a lot of open items, things that are easy for him to sell. And you know, my thought was that I'll never really see these again, but I will see these if I really wanted to. Like I could get another Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 2 loose for the N64. If I really wanted to, I might have to pay more, yes, but at the end of the day, I was more happy to have this in my collection than an open box Nintendo 64. That's today's video. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to comment in the comments below. Let me know what you think about today's pickups. Yeah, man, I got some more. Oh, I forgot to show this one. Hey, bonus pickup, the Essentials collection for the PlayStation 2. This is not very expensive, so I mean, if you has some really great games on it, if you really want to pick it up, code Veronica X, which I think is kind of undervalued, underappreciated in today's video gaming landscape. Resident Evil 4, obviously my favorite game. Resident Evil game. And Resident Evil Outbreak, which ain't too bad. I'm not gonna say it's fantastic. It is like the tank controls of the older Resident Evil games with the fixed camera angles. So if you want to kind of play that, if you like that kind of gameplay, but you want something different from like Resident Evil 1 and 2 that you've probably played a billion times, Resident Evil Outbreak is not too bad. And every time you play it, it's kind of like a different game because the enemies always kind of respawn at different places. So even though the locations and the places are the same, the enemy placement will always kind of be different. Let me know. This is Nate from Thrift Dweller. Peace. Take care of yourselves and each other.